feeling?
I had a day. Nigga, I had a day.
Yeah, the day.
I didn't think today was going to happen today. I really didn't.
More.
You ever, first off, fuck my job. That's
Fuck
first and
your job.
foremost. Fuck my job. You ever feel like you work one of them jobs where you can't stand your boss and it's like you got one time to say some shit wrong to me and you're done. I'm going to be a ghost.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. I can't fuck with it. Yeah, my manager today, she was on pure dog shit. I couldn't fuck with it. Told her basically kill yourself, basically, without saying it.
It's a nice way to say that.
Fuck off.
Escape the earth.
Unalive yourself. It's a whole bunch of shit you can say, but I said everything I possibly could say
Without getting fired.
in legal reasons without being fired. But I just feel like people be taking their jobs too much. Like they take it to heart. There's nothing wrong with having a job and doing what you're supposed to do, but don't micromanage.
Right.
Like if you're going to micromanage, at least make sure that you doing what you're supposed to be doing. Don't be trying to have me by a motherfucking leash and you ain't doing what you're supposed to do. Like I'm still peeping out certain shit that you doing wrong, but no, that shit go.
There's flaws in our game.
Yeah,
Flaws in the game, man.
I'm glad to have a job for real, but
yes,
that's why we gotta get rich soon.
In this market it's a blessing to have employment.
Man, it come with a double-edged sword though. It's like, okay, yeah, you give me a couple of dollars, whatever, but then on the flip side, they be trying to make you basically forfeit your dreams.
Absolutely.
And I'm not with that shit, yo. Like I feel like there's no amount of money to make me stop what I want to do. Like you getting rich, but I'm not.
Yeah.
No.
The jobs pay you crumbs.
You lucky if you get crumbs.
Yeah.
According to the welfare office, I'm the man. I can't get shit. But
you gotta be pretty much homeless.
They seem going the way it's going. I'm gonna be homeless. I'm gonna be homeless real soon. Shit.
Tell the people where they at, man.
You at the True Table Podcast.
Who
you with my man Larry from
No. Who we with? Who's on camera?
This Rhashan. Talking is Rhashan, but for this situation, I'm just Rhashan at the True Table Podcast. This episode 1. So we
got some dust to knock off.
Yeah, we definitely got some dust to knock off. It's been a minute since I've been on this side of the mic.
Yeah.
But it's cool. You're going to see the growth. You're going to see the trials, tribulations, the highs, the lows. It's going to be a roller coaster ride, but I'm glad y'all here.
Yeah.
Definitely glad y'all here.
Tell them about yourself.
Basically, I'm a 38-year-old single father.
Black man on crack.
Not on crack, but definitely single black father. I got a 16-year-old daughter. That's a situation in itself, and I wouldn't change it for the world. It made me who I am. It molded me to who I am. Also, it stressed me out. It stressed me out a lot. Like these grays in this beard was not here a year and a half ago, and if you never had a kid before, let alone a daughter, you gonna be cooked, bro. Like you definitely gonna be cooked. Shout out to anybody that's having kids in this day and age. I applaud y'all.
Me.
Shout out to my man Larry. Shout out to the new one. That nigga need Pampers.
Absolutely.
But you gonna be in for a hell of a ride, bro. Like,
yeah.
And it's gonna go fast, like real fast. Like it just seemed like yesterday I was at Brightside dropping my child off. For those who know, Brightside is a daycare academy, Philadelphia.
Okay, that's the ghetto one.
Yeah,
Brightside a little ghetto.
Not yeah, it is. But the one I was downtown, that was a good joint. It was still a little ghetto next to the gallery, but
you was downtown with it.
Absolutely, right next to the job. Because I ain't have money to go back and forth for car fare. I was like, I need something that's right there. Mm-hmm. I can go pick you up, drop you off. I got a bird shit at the gig. Pew, I'm right there.
Yeah, but
it's a blessing though. I wouldn't change it for the world. Of course, I wish my child could really have a 2-parent household. I wish I had a 2-parent household. But that ain't the cards that she was dealt, so we figured it out. And
What's the why the 2-parent household? Why you think that was necessary for you, or that's something that people desire?
I think since people we so quick to fuck and not to know nobody, like we so quick to get our rocks off, but not get these people's last names, not to see the actual character. We just want to see if they can come.
Yeah.
So that's the problem. I feel like if we had better pussy management, if we had better dick management, a lot of kids wouldn't be here. We probably wouldn't be here.
Absolutely.
Like, to be all real, like, I was born in September, so that means my mother and my father, they was fucking on New Year's. Like, they was getting their rocks off. Like, the ball was dropping, and so was my father's. So when you do the math, it's like, damn. Like, you ever just sit and just look at that shit like, all right, if I was born around Thanksgiving, that mean you was a Valentine's Day baby.
Yeah.
So I don't. That's just the way I look at the world. Shit is crazy, but it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. Also,
we're gonna dig deeper into that topic.
Far as being a
wanting to give your daughter a 2-parent household, but you couldn't.
I wanted to. I wish I could have, but I just know, looking back at it now, I just knew this was the right situation. If she wasn't a 2-parent household, she'd have saw nothing but chaos, and no child deserves that. Like, I'd have been trying to figure out being a parent and being a spouse at the same time.
Right.
And it's like, for real, you should already have that in line. Yeah. You should know who you fucking with inside and out before y'all even really swapping bodily fluids, for real. But that's not the case.
You got to tell the people, because y'all, I'm not going to be here every week talking, so I want y'all to get to know Rhashan, great guy, and we're happy to have him on the network. That's real life. Yeah. Great guy. I met his mom.
I met your mom too.
Yeah, we met each other's moms.
In the same week. That's crazy.
Yeah. But Rhashan has a hell of a story. Great podcaster. Great story in person. Great entertainer. Yeah. He'll be in Atlanta with us on March 27th.
Hey, it's going down.
For your first episode, I want you to really delve into the story of the mother of your child.
Oh,
break it down.
How much time we got?
We got time.
You got time?
We got time.
All right. So boom. You know, anytime a black person start off, so boom.
So boom.
All right. So this goes back to year 2007. 2007. I was a young guy working at the Gallery Mall, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Those who don't know, it's a mall in downtown Center City. But if you was around in the city, you knew the Gallery was that shit.
Absolutely.
The Gallery was that shit. I was working for security. She was working at Subway. I had a call one day. It was a fight. Get down to the call, break up the situation. I get into a little scuffle with the boy. She instantly gets wet. So she like, all right, something like, yo, I could make you something to eat, yada, yada, yada. What time you go to lunch? I'm about to go to lunch right now. She make me a little sandwich, a little teriyaki sandwich with the spinach and shit.
Right.
Little strawberry oat milk cookies, white chocolate joints. We go over there. We talking in the train station right next to it. So we chop it up, yada yada yada. Switch information. Boom. Fast forward. I meet her one day, pick her up, take her to the crib. We did what we were supposed to do. She had on some motherfucking, what's that nigga name? Keith Sweat. Yeah, the Keith Sweat CD. Keyword CD. So I go to the bathroom, come back downstairs. She in a chair on some Players Club type shit.
She said, "Take it."
Man, just with a t-shirt on. So I'm like, what the fuck is this about? So put two and two together, like, nigga, you not dumb. So knock her off. So we in the fucking stage, early type shit like that. Fast forward, that was around Labor Day, around Thanksgiving, Christmas. She called my mom, was like, yo, she about to get put out. My mom called me, told my son, yo, old girl said she need a place to stay. I told her she could come here. I'm like, why the fuck would you do that? Why would you not run that past me?
That's a crazy thing to approve without you.
Without me, like you don't know this girl from a can of paint and don't like nobody, but you choose her? It was crazy. So she came. I moved back with my mom. I was living in Philly at the time. I moved back with my mom out of state. Go back to, go back to, um, go back to my mom's crib, wherever, and I had that live-in coochie. So you know how the live-in coochie situation go in.
We call that LIC.
LIC, yeah. So it definitely was a lick. So definitely was a lick. So we getting it in that 1 week, whatever situation happened. Condom broke. She wound up being pregnant. So at that moment, I'm crying, like I'm in tears, like I'm like, why me, guy? Like I'm mad at her for getting pregnant. Real dumb young boy shit. Like nigga, you knew what you was doing. So fast forward, this is around, damn, what month was this? Around Valentine's Day. She go missing. So she go missing. I can't get in contact with her for 3-4 days. I'm thinking she lost. She done died. Somebody done kidnapped her. Something. I don't know. So I'm calling the numbers where I know of her folks and shit like that. Boom. I call the number. They like, yo, why do you keep calling her by this name? I said, what you mean? That's her name. They said, that's not her name. I'm like, stop playing. Yo, where the fuck is she at? They said, yo, bro, that's not her name. I know you. We met a couple times. If you want to know what's going on, you could pull up. We could square this away. But that's not her name. I'm like, all right, cool. So I dart back to Philly, fast as shit. Me and my man go back to Philly, go see what's going on. She like, yo, this is not her name. Her name is such and such, such and such. So I'm like, wait, what? So while she telling me the whole background story, I'm like, the name that she had on her name tag said this. The name on her ID said this. How was this not? It's like it's not adding up. Like I'm thinking she bullshitting. Like, but that was at the time before catfishing was catfish. Catfish wasn't out at that time. So she walked in the door and it looked like she seen a ghost. Like shocked, startled. So she like, what you doing here? I'm like, bitch, what you doing here? So
yeah, the fuck,
the fuck you doing here? You must be in a whole nother state. So, I called her by her real name. So when she said about her real name, jaw dropped, everything. So I'm like, yeah, bitch, I know your real name. So I know what it's hitting for. So we going back and forth, we talking outside, shit like that. My homie cracking the fuck up. He thinking everything funny. And I basically said like, yo, I know everything. So she like, well, I never had nobody take care of me, so you gonna take care of me and my baby. The fuck? The fuck is you talking about? Nah, I'll take care of what's mine, but I'm not taking care of you and my baby. And I just found out what your name is, and I've been fucking you for a couple months. So right then and there, I automatically thought, like, this ain't gonna work. I don't know you. So how can it work? Whatever. Everything you told me was a lie. So I was like, I still gotta deal with this motherfucker for the rest of my life, or at least the next 20 years. So I'm like, all right, let me try to figure out something. How can I swallow my pride and stomach the situation? But I just kept looking at her every day. I just felt some kind of way. It was like I was looking at her like hatred. I felt defeated. I was getting depressed, all that kind of shit. And I was like, no, this ain't gonna work, yo. But I was like, how do I get my daughter outside of her safely? So I was like, I gotta play this role. So I started doing the whole process of custody. So I go down this one. Family court was right around the corner from the gallery on 11th Street. So they like, sir, you gotta wait till the baby's born. You need a social security number. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, all right, I got like 3 more months. So soon as the baby was born, I went down there, applied for this shit. I got the social security card.
So you didn't get to see the baby, your daughter be born?
Oh, I seen all that. I cut the cord and everything.
Okay.
Oh, I was there for everything. She didn't even go to her mom at first. She didn't go to her mom at first. She went straight to me. Look identical to me, just a high complected person.
Yeah.
And I at that moment I knew, I was like, oh, my life changed forever. Like I was Carl Thomas emotional.
And I can't let
man,
it go.
I can't let it go, bro. But then on the flip side, I wish I never met her. But it's
See?
like it's a wild joint. But I could say childbirth is it's a beautiful thing. I just wish I could have experienced that with somebody that I actually loved. Because somebody that you don't know is a different situation. It's like it's a bittersweet. Like, all right, I got somebody I love out of the situation, but I also did this act with somebody I don't know. And you don't really hear men talk about that for real, for real. You know, we just do what we do. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. And we out the door. But this was, I knew I knew I could never be that type of nigga just walk away from my child. I just couldn't.
So you got your daughter's born. You get the social security number because now I'm learning about this. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna school you.
So you get the social number. You just get the social.
Got the social. And then at that point, they was asking me, "Do you want to sign off on a birth certificate?" And I'm like, "No, I'm cool." So I called the number that they gave you at that time. They gave you a number like, if you want to apply, add your joint on. I ain't add it. So my mom was like, "You better not sign that shit." So I ain't signed it. She like, go get a DNA test. She like, you know it's yours, but it's easier to put your name on something than it is to get it off. And that's still with me to this day. So I did that. And it took like 2 years for me to put my name on my daughter's birth certificate. For the longest, I ain't have it on there. I was just comfortable with having the birth certificate. It just said like mother's maiden name, said her joint, then it said father's name unknown. So I had to correct all that paperwork, especially to get a passport. You gotta have everybody information on there. It gotta be in sync. But that was a time where I was depressed. I didn't know if I was coming or going. I was a little bit suicidal. It just was a hell of an experience. And to just think like, damn, my child almost grown, halfway through high school, getting ready to go to college. It's like, it went like that. But at that time, time was moving so slow because there was so much going on just to obtain custody with no lawyer.
So how long did it take you to get? So did you not see your daughter for the first 2 years? Or?
No, I seen her damn near every day. But at one point in time, I didn't see her for like a month.
Where was the mom at though?
Oh, the mom was down South Philly.
But I'm saying, where was your daughter at?
Oh, down South Philly
with the mom.
She was with the mom.
Okay.
So she was down there with the mom, and like I said, at this time I was still working at the gallery. So I was doing security. So I worked in the food court where everybody named mom used to walk through that joint. So at that time, she would come through the job. She would come through the job with my daughter, and people would get on the radio. They'd be like, "Officer such and such, we'll see your situation coming through." I'm like, "All right, what's your 20? What's your location?" And they'd be like, "All right, we over near Popeyes." I'm like, "All right, I'm coming through." Because that's how I would see my child for like that little time period. And she would do stuff to be smart just so I could see it, but she would try to like, no, you can't have her, you can't take her. And we had to work with Center City District Police. And I used to bring the cops with me, like, yo, we got a situation, I need you to go with me. So good thing I did. They was writing police reports the whole time. And I had my paperwork, my paper trail was building up. And I took that heifer right to court. Like, give me my child, stop playing with me.
It's crazy because most men would give up at the slightest point of having to put in that much work. That takes a lot of, the court system is not built for men.
It's not. Yeah. At that time, it wasn't. It really wasn't. I feel like now when you go in family court, you see, it's not a total 360, and not even a total full 180, but it might be a little 90-degree angle. The courts nowadays is starting to notice that a lot of these heifers is on bullshit, and they only out for a check, and it's a lot. I don't give a fuck nobody say. It's a lot of active fathers out here. It's a whole lot of them. You just don't hear about them because nobody want to hear that shit. Just like Father's Day, nobody celebrate that shit. But let it be Mother's Day. You got Hallmark catering to them. You got Boscov's catering to them. JCPenney's, every kiss begins with K. All that type of shit, whatever. But when it comes to us, we got Sears or Walmart. They want us to. We got a sale on the grill. Like, why the fuck should I be cooking on Father's Day? Like, I got to put the grill together and cook them out?
Yeah, put in effort for a day you supposed to be celebrated.
Man, I forget Father's Day damn near every year.
Yeah, it's
every year.
When you were a single father, mm-hmm. you don't get like a lot of credit. You know what I'm saying? You don't you don't get I don't know. I think you did something very stand up because it take niggas way less to be like fuck that baby.
Yo,
But
yo,
what in you like sparked the drive to, even though you were scared to be a parent, even
Right.
though it was difficult, most men would have been like, I don't give a fuck, or a lot of them. What was sparked something in you to let you know I gotta get my child?
one, that child look identical to me. Identical. It just, she got freckles, she a woman, and she high complected. I'm the dark skin version, she the light skin version. So I don't see how anybody could walk away from something that they made, let alone was a split image of them. That's one. Two, my grandmother, may God rest her soul, she ain't having that. She was not having that. My mother damn sure would have it, and I was the only boy. So I was raised in a family full of females, and I wasn't really raised by both my parents like that for real, for real. At certain points, I lived with my mom, but I live with my grandma. My grandma raised me, so it's like, how can I walk away from a kid and they don't have they dad, let alone they barely got their mom, and you know exactly how that feel. So why would I couldn't do that.
So, it's an important part of the story that I want to point out to people that's listening is, the mother is not even active. Like, how long hasn't she been active in your daughter's life?
So she has kids. She has my daughter's the oldest, so she has, not to put her business all out there. So I'm still trying to be respectful.
You can make like false numbers. It don't matter. Like,
No, she
ages,
got other kids. They stair steps, but she got other kids under my child. So it's a couple.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, at least she wasn't selfish. Everybody got their own dad. But everybody got their own dad. Now, if that was a situation, if I'd walked into it and a woman already had kids, at least I could judge it more so like, okay, let me see how you being a mom. Because I think how you parent is attractive to me. Or if you don't parent, I'm not fucking with it. But I had nothing to go off of. So it just was a blank canvas. And I fucked around and I found out.
So how long? But how unactive has she been?
How can I put it? So
like, you've been raising your daughter. You know what I'm saying?
So
like,
I've been raising her.
Did she send you money? Did she come pick your daughter up? Like,
nah. So all right. So I got, to give context, I got the actual full custody just before my daughter hit 2 years old. It was a joint custody for like, she's like 1.5 to damn near 2. It took 2 years to do the whole process. Like I said, it was back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Every other week, I had a motion. So since she was 2 years old up to 16 and a half, if you want to count half, she lived with me. So she used to go, I used to drop her off when I lived locally. We used to live around the corner from each other, shit like that. Like, all right, you see her on the weekends, shit like that. But once I moved out of state, in the tri-state area, it was still remotely close. You can get there, public transportation, whatever. Within an hour, you can get to the crib.
yeah.
So she don't drive enough for like that, and it's just like she don't make the effort, and I'm not gonna make the effort for you. I wasn't the only one fucking that night, so why should I have to do all the work of raising a child and taking the child to come see you, feeding, clothing, providing, stuff like that? It, like, even with child support, it took years for child support to even go into effect. I had to do an out-of-state case in order for child support to really be supported, because I just feel like Philadelphia family court be on bullshit. Yeah. So when it comes to like either the county, the county courts, or the out-of-state courts, they force them to really do something, and that's what I seen. I got some kind of success with that. It went from, I remember what the highest point. It was damn near a stack for like 3 months. I was getting damn near. That shit dropped to $36. So you imagine going from almost a stack a month to $36, and the motherfucker still couldn't pay that?
A stack a month on child support?
Yeah. Man, I have my own EBT. I mean, my own card that had with the flowers and all that drink. That was a time, but it only lasted like 3 months. And she got that jaw knocked down, and it was like, oh, I can't pay. I got other kids to worry about. He taking away from he taking care. I mean, he taking away from my other kids.
Right.
I just want to owe to my child. Nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah, because kids cost more than $1,000 a month.
Especially when you got a growing daughter. Like, you a woman. You know what it takes for.
As a woman.
Yeah, they totally different than us every month. Like, I can go get me a pack of razors, some shaving cream, drawers, maybe socks. They need pads. They need
everything.
Mascara, bundles,
lip
gloss.
Imagine, oh my God.
Yeah, like yo, no. I'm so glad my child got a job now. It's taking a weight off of me.
Getting your own money is
something different.
Yeah,
and even then, like I said, her mother don't drive, so you let all this time go past where your child got a license before you ever got a license.
Yeah,
like you let that much time go past. So like, no, I'm cool.
Yeah, I mean, I just wanted them to get that intro story from you on episode 1 because I feel like,
oh yeah,
that's an important origin story.
Definitely needed the context.
Yeah,
I be blacking out with that because it taking me back to some stuff I suppress.
Yeah, we niggas suppress a lot of shit.
Man, I suppressed majority of my childhood.
Sometimes you forget about the shit.
Sometimes you gotta forget in order just to make it another day. Because if you think about it too much, it'll take you right back to that mentally, and you'll be stuck, yo. And we got too much to do out here to be stuck.
Yeah, let's get into some of these topics you have written down. You said, does the weakest man, was this one? That was the second one. Does the weakest man become a stepfather?
Yeah, I saw that the other day, and I was like, yo, we need to talk about that. So does the weakest man become a stepfather? I'm gonna say no. And I lived in that role before being a step parent. Mm-hmm. Or I'm not gonna say a step parent. I don't even like that title.
Bonus parent.
A bonus parent.
Right.
That's a hard job, whether male or female, to be a step parent, bonus parent, an additional anything. Yeah. Especially when the kid knows their other, they know they're biological, they're attached to them, and you could be the best thing for their mother or father, however your situation is, and they won't give you the time of day because they want what they want, rightfully speaking.
Right.
But when they give you their ass to kiss, that's a hard pill to swallow. Not the punching, but it's just like it's a hard pill to swallow, and it's like, yo, like I'm here for you, I'm here for your mom, whatever, and it's just like it's not open with open arms, or like it's not even being entertained, and it's like, damn, it have you thinking, is this shit gonna last? Is this even worth it?
Yeah, that's a real conversation.
And it's like, I was young at the time, like I was in my 20s, like I'm 38 now. If I knew what I knew now then, I would approach it totally different, or I would have stepped off and like, you know what, I don't have the capacity to entertain the situation. Like, I fucks with you, I love you, whatever, but I don't know if I could handle this. Yeah. And I'd have did it totally differently. But that's something I always tell myself when I look in the mirror. I'm like, yo, if you could tell something to your younger self, bro, what would you do? What you would say? How would you played it differently? And that's something I would have did.
There's a lot of lessons you could learn from being in your 20s to your 30s, and you approaching your 40s.
Not too much. Not too much.
You were 30, 37, 30.
I'm 38. I'm 38.
Yeah.
I'm 39 this year.
Because a lot of times we think we know a lot of stuff in our 20s. Even now, like, I'm 32, and just like
young guy.
Yeah, I know when I get 37, 38, 39, 40, it's gonna be some shit that I look back at that I did at 32. Like, what the fuck was I doing?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, even from 45 to 40, or 50 to 45, or 55 to 50 is like,
it is. But you think about it, you about to be a dad,
right?
So you about to be a dad. So we can officially say that. By the time you're 50, 51, your child will be just graduating high school. Yeah. That's around a perfect time for real. Like, you know who you are at this point. You didn't have to figure nothing. I mean, you figured out who you was. You figured out who you wasn't all your 20s. You got to explore life. Yeah. I didn't have the opportunity. I didn't know that you could.
Like, I mean, but me personally though, I was I was in a relationship for most of my 20s though, 20 to 27. I didn't have a kid though.
Was you practicing?
Huh?
Was you practicing?
Having kids?
Yeah. Was you practicing your shot? So when you had them,
no, I just
lift your leg up, something.
No, it just wasn't what it was. I wasn't trying to do that at the time. So,
okay.
You know, I was conscious of like not having a child at that age. I'm sure it was some shit I did where it could have happened.
Right.
But I just thank God that I didn't, because I don't know but whenever things happen to you in life, I feel like you take them as they get there and you navigate them. Because even now, I'm about to have a child. I don't feel like I got shit together, but
yeah,
my mom always tell me you're never prepared for a baby.
You never are.
You know, like
especially your first one, you don't know what to expect.
Nope.
You're gonna have a lot of sleepless nights. Like my child, she was a cock blocker. Like you wasn't getting no coochie. Like nah, that wasn't going down.
Nigga said I got a free crib tonight. Psych.
Yeah, exactly. Like a lot of stuff that you gonna start. You might be a night owl. You're gonna start doing like day parties or whatever. Like you graduate, everything gotta be earlier. Once you in the crib, you in the crib. Like parking spots even become a thing to you now. Like, oh, I ain't going out past a certain time because I need a parking spot. I don't feel like this. My knees hurt. I don't feel like carrying all these groceries, all these diapers to the crib. All that stuff coming into consideration when becoming a parent. Like you're gonna feel a different kind of emotion. Your thought process is gonna be different.
I said day parties.
Yeah, like
it's crazy.
Real rap. Like when you become a parent, you can't be out all times of night. You happy hour is gonna be your best friend.
Right.
Like for one, it's cheaper, and you get way more liquor. But
Thanks.
when you become a parent, everything about you change. That's why I don't understand how men could walk away. I don't even understand how a lot of women could walk away. Because there are deadbeat mothers out here. It's a lot of them.
You know one personally.
Unfortunately, I do. I don't even got this motherfucking phone number saved in my phone. Like I might see a text every so many months. I'm like, whose number is this?
Right.
I'm like, oh, my cousin.
Right.
Like I wouldn't call you what you is. Like, oh, that's just my cousin.
Yeah, that's cuz.
My kissing cousin.
Let's go to this one here. We got let me see. Is there a proper cutoff time to go to your baby mom crib to see your kids?
Hell yeah. You can't go to your baby mom crib at between the hours of 8:30 p.m. and midnight.
Right. So we can go 1 a.m.
I like how you think. I like how you think. But you gotta think about it for real. If you go to your baby mom house late, you ain't going for that, baby. You going to fuck.
Absolutely.
You about to go make a little junior, little sibling. No. If I go to my baby mom crib late, yo, I'm raw dog and Jamal.
Yeah, pause.
But yeah, pause. But you know what I mean? I'm raw dog Jamal. I'm hitting that raw.
I'm raw dog and Jamal.
Like, cause a lot of niggas, they think once your baby mom is pregnant or she had a kid by you, that's your coochie forever. A lot of niggas think like that.
They do.
Like your property at that point.
They think like that.
But
until she move her ass on and be like, yeah, nah. Not touching this.
Exactly. And you had to probably do something crazy for your baby mom not to really fuck with you on that kind of manner. Because I would think that a lot of women would still have love for somebody they wanted to build a life with. Like you, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to say 8 times out of 10, you had to fuck that up on your own.
Yes.
So it's ain't like, oh, she acting different, she acting funny. Like she grew the fuck up.
Yeah. She
not on dumb shit no more. She went on life. She not on what she used to be on. Like people have the right to evolve. They have the right to grow.
Yeah. And
if you not on that type time, then it's going to hurt them to walk the fuck away, but they got to. So you like what Keith, what's that girl name? K. Michelle said, you can't raise a man. That's some real shit. Can't raise a man. He gonna do what he gonna do.
I know the aunties felt that one when it came out.
That was that shit though. I ain't gonna hold you. Around that time, I ain't even had my shit together. For I was trying to get it together. That song applied to me too.
Sometimes you hear a song as a nigga and you like, she talking about me.
Yeah, no, that's when shit hit differently. When you fucked up or you're in a situation. Damn, what's Tony Braxton's sister name?
Tamar.
She had
I'm heading down the road.
Yeah, that song used to fuck me up.
alone.
I remember I got sent that song to me in a text message, and it's like it was a random joint. We was me and my lady at the time. We was on the outs. She sent that joint, and I was like, damn. I fucked up.
Got a long way and I can't even deny.
Yeah, I couldn't even get mad. Like, all right.
She said, "Wait a minute, baby.
Wait a minute, baby.
Going too fast.
Going too fast." Yeah, that was that shit. But yeah, man. Okay.
I just wanted to, talk about what the people can expect. This is episode 1. And if you have any suggestions of things you like to talk about, people you want to see, you comment it down below or wherever you see these things. If you hear it, make sure you leave a review on episode 1. But maybe wait a couple episodes and see if you like it. You know what I'm saying? Leave a good review.
Don't clip me too soon.
yeah, man. How you feeling though?
I feel a little nervous. This is different because I had to tap back into the emotions, but I feel good.
But this is the vulnerability that's needed from a black man that people need to understand that niggas got problems too.
Yo, we allowed to cry. We allowed to be human.
We are.
Without being called sassy or whatever. Mm-hmm. 2025, I want y'all to get rid of that word.
Yeah.
If y'all want us to respect our feelings, if y'all want us to respect your feelings, it should be a reciprocated act. It should be a two-way street. I respect you, you respect me. We are all humans, so we're gonna go through some shit. So if I'm bugging, let me have that. Let me vent. Let me have that time, whatever. But let me allow me to reel it back and go through my emotions as long as it's a healthy way.
Absolutely, and that's the truth table.
Absolutely,
episode 1, man.
Thank you.
Woo! Say goodbye to your folks. Where can they find you at on Instagram and stuff?
You can find me on the Truth Table, at the Truth Table Pod Instagram. Also YouTube.
We'll be on that. We'll have the RSS feed up with the podcast on it very soon.
Absolutely.